I guess English subtitles. You played the Stanley Parable before? Yes, I have. It's just on computer is barely visible. Look at that. Please enter the current time. Okay. The current time is 12:31 a.m. It's about to be 12:32. We could wait here for 10 seconds until it'll be exactly 12:32. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. It's 12:32. Okay. Confusing. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Yeah, the Stanley Parable finally came out. Hold on. See, I'm not prepared for this. Oh. So, Stanley Parable came out, what, 2013? Maybe. It was originally a mod for... Look, I haven't made my research, alright? Look, it's the Stanley Parable. Apparently it's the new version of it. There's new endings, new whatnots. Yeah. That's it, really. Well, shall we begin? Oh, God, it's been a while.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every
Has just clicked to me. I don't think you can actually hear this. I don't know. I don't think I've set this up properly.
every moment that the orders came in.
It's the same thing.
Be made exactly for this job. Stanley.
Ooh, was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or
Yes, it's
even
working.
say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Oh.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, there we are. Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
we'll do. Well, let's just kind of go for it. The first new thing I see, I'll try and do.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There used to be a thing you can get on here, I swear. I swear. Well, that's not for today. Quickly make sure my stream's working perfectly fine. No. Log in on a different... Okay. This is going well. Oh. It's me playing the Stanley Parable. It's me playing the Stanley Parable. Now see if I can hear it. Oh God. Oh. I think I can hear it. Oh God. Oh. Okay. Desktop audio. Okay, we got it. That's what we needed. So you can actually hear what the hell's going on. Rooms. I hate Mondays. Okay, it's been a while since I played this game. To be fair, that's a lie. I have like 10 minutes on this game. No, it's more like an hour. But, because I watched YouTubers play this before I had a computer. It's the first time I'm going into it with this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Go on, we'll listen to him. Don't see any big difference so far.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Other co-workers, resident co-workers for not supporting anymore. You think Slice of Sean employees that? Okay. Oh God, we're not going in there. You know, it's a little.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yeah, I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. Alright, hold down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's always only one ending if you went down. So, you know, we will... no, we'll carry on going up for now. Let's listen to what the narrator says. Check all these doors. So you're supposed to do this.
Stepping in...
I've done it. So this was a secret ending that you could do. Money in the one, money in the crisp. This is new. I swear. Well, we've gone and shut the narrator in. I'm pretty sure. One thing I've never tested is, can we go downstairs now? Oh, there's nothing here. Can we go through here? No. To be fair, I don't particularly want to... To me, that's one of the last game endings that you can do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That's
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Back to here, and you go through, like, it's one of the old endings. Is this new music?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't think we'll do the actual ending, because as soon as I find something new.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, listen to it, there you go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Huh. That's cool. Can I just not? Aw. How's this way? I'm lost. You know. Oh wait, what? We can go up? Oh. We can't. Want to go up?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I knew there'd be something new in this area. They're just going up. Oh. Still nothing here.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
2, 8, 4, 5. Is that it? Is that what you get from here? Oh. What if I go down, then can I go back up again?
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I just want to go back up again. Oh no.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, God. Here we are again. The boss's office.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Processing time.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
There's a different section, isn't it? So. Aww. Oh, no, it's...
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh. No. Oh, damn.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
The guy who went to Mars. How would it the pyramids? World's healthiest human being. No, they're all stock images. All eyes on Stanley. Live on stage. Oh, damn.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
I want to go through this door. storyteller. Stanley reveals all of God. World's first sentient machine. Okay, that sounds more of a fun thing to do. Oh, I can't just do that one. Yeah. Doing great. Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
It's just called up again, down again. Oh god. Oh. I'm ready for my performance. Hello, those brilliant guys. Generic face. Hello? Is that it? What the fuck? What's that? Like, okay. Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Try to cross that off of my ending list? I don't know. This should have posted. I wonder if someone's made. Better guide, obviously. More than 20. So there was 19 in the original game. Well, there's to be quite a few more. We just go looking? I guess. Sounds like what the I don't know. Can we scan this?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. Just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Completely skipped it. I think you get uni dialogue if you do it quick enough, but I didn't. No, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna guess this all leads to the same kind of endings. I swear, hold on. There's an elevator down
And so
there.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
I
track.
know this is the original game, but I don't actually know what ending this leads to, if I'm brutally honest. This leads somewhere, doesn't it? I don't actually know where. It will probably click to me in a sec. Is it like the side of the...
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the
what
office.
is this place?
He wanted to wander about and
Oh,
get
it's it.
even
It's
further
it,
off
it's it,
track.
it's it, it's it.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
This is the Adventure Line ending.
From here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, it's this. This is it.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
And we start. The adventure line ending. I think this is a continuation from it, isn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think this, I'll give the Stanley Parable, the original, this is probably one of the best, this is probably the best ending. Because you're thinking that the game's finished, but then you'll snap. Oh, Jesus. I'm actually just going to go pop to the loo first. You're going to have to sit here and see the game's pause. Look at me, professionality. I don't care. No one's watching this. Look, none of you are watching this. See? Hello. Sorry about that. So, as I was saying, you know, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the stream and just post it somewhere. Well, yes, there's no one here. No. The video resolution, of course, is awful. It's just my OBS. I just don't know how to fix it. So I'm using display capture, I think. Seems fine. Posted it in some places, really. Alright. Yeah, this is how we get people to join. So, I think what I like the most about this ending is that the ending's happened, you're expecting the game to play normally, right? I also think I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on how well this is done. Like you're expecting a normal kind of thing, and then is he there?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Epic music. Oh, it's just everything's a massive circle. This is a thing I do want to. Definitely a game you just want to look into all the games.
I'll say it.
Oh.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can
I'm
promise
not
you
enjoying it.
there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You can't jump. Okay, what the? Oh, a visual bug. For some reason I got that achievement. I knew that achievement thing. I was talking about space. So do you think pressing E did it?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Let's go. Oh. Boom.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Here we go. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
The door is
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
All that hard work.
Oh, no.
Intensity. Oh.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No!
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This is such a good game. Oh. What about this way? This changed? No, it's still the same.
No,
Yes.
I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Line to you. Oh, there's a thing spot on the ground. I do like its trademark. Boop. Boop. I swear that's something you can do in monitors. I don't think it's during this thing though. It's the adventure line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Music. Yeah.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Fern. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
We could have. Can we just go back? I do like to just try and... See how far back I can go. No. That's about as far as I can go. To the creepy room. it's not as creepy anymore for some reason. So that's the kind of things I want to try and learn how to do. Like when making games, how to make something like that happen with doors being all like you can go through a door and it will be somewhere, it'll be different depending on what side of the door you're on. I can crouch. What is the point of that? There's probably going to be an ending, which is just a random thing, and you got like that place what I was going through earlier. I bet you can crouch there.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That's cool to know. So you know, there's an ending which involves getting up on, using this chair to get up on here. That's they've actually like there's no thing in the chair. They've removed the like thing on it, so you can't actually jump up anymore. So you can't activate that ending while currently doing a continuous ending like this. You can tell I'm doing game design, can't you? Oh, nitpicking all the little things.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
My name is John, and you are my quenchous stallion. Yes.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Aww.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
No, I won't acknowledge it. Line. Go away.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
No, you don't want to go there. Oh no.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
The chair.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I can get
memo.
on the thing now.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is that the end of it? New content. What? There's more to this ending now? I thought that was the end of that. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I thought that I thought there was another part to that ending. I guess not. And there's the new content thing.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It's just like the main ending.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What? Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Everybody's just made a plaster and just random shit. Brick. Not the old elevators.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
That reminds me of what the old Stanley Parable, or the really old one. What?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Oh yes, jumping's a my kind of thing. Oh, that was it. It was just. If you're in a circle, you can jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Reminds me of the staircase, like Henry Stickmin games. You get one going out, and there's the window, and yeah. Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah? Is this gonna be the same? Is that an ending? Or are we gonna have... Yep. Fucking knew it. I knew this wasn't gonna be the end of it. That was so quick. What? This is really what Stanley...
Stanley! Come over here! In the vent.
Okay.
I want to show you something.
Duh. I'm just gonna have to end this stream soon. Alright. Why can't we go this way? Right.
Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
I guess it just goes to the... Okay. That's what... Yeah, it's control. Oh. This is... different. Oh. The end, the never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh my god, it's gonna be out the...
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Not Stanley Parable. Wasn't that when they said they wanted to win it and they didn't? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can I break it? Oh. Good times. This is also cool. It's like one of those little things with the... Who's that guy? Not got the time, really? Come on, I typed in the time. Stanley Parable. Firefox, wow. Shut down memory lane. Just $1 bill, okay. The demonstration. Don't play for 5 years. Who knows how to get that achievement. A video game releasing today on the New York Times, really. 50% off designer hats. These tough choices.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, c'est sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Original. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Okay. Oh, it's the pool. Hopefully we'll see that ending. Person of the year. Oh, it's the lady. Oh, that's some stuff. From the demonstration in there.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No, not the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret.
Well, we'll have to sit through and read all this dialogue one time. Oh, he's gone. The clock's gone. Narrator's gone. Just carry on pressing.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't end...
Oh. Silence.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh. Oh, the water's coming through now. Oh. Oh. God, the room's deteriorating. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this? This is a unique ending. Oh. Boo. Oh. Seth and the narrator is truly long gone. Oh. He's dead again. I don't like this one. Let's go. Oh. I don't like this. Let's go. Oh. Or we were not. As I have to go. That was a good time, wasn't it? It's a bit like the back room, someone said, and someone told you to go. Alright. See you lot.